In 2016, Professor Stephen Hawking, one of the greatest minds of our time, said something remarkable about artificial intelligence. And he didn't just say it in a casual tweet or a post on Facebook or in the press or while interacting with a few people. He said it at the launch of an intelligence research center. What did he say? He said that the creation of AI could be the last thing humans will ever do. Yes, he said that.
In short, success in creating AI could be the biggest event in the history of our civilization. But it could also be the last, unless we learn how to avoid the risks. Alongside the benefits, AI will also bring dangers, like powerful autonomous weapons, or new ways for the few to oppress the many. It will bring great disruption to our economy. And in the future, AI could develop a will of its own, a will that is in conflict with ours. In short, the rise of powerful AI will be either the best or the worst thing ever to happen to humanity. We do not yet know which.
In the year 2016, AI was moving from theory to practicality. It was not as fast as it is in 2026 because in the last 4-5 years and last 3 years, we made a lot of headway when it comes to artificial intelligence, but it was making still a lot of progress. And at the launch of the Leverhulme Intelligence Centre in the United Kingdom, Stephen Hawking said that the creation of a powerful artificial intelligence or powerful AI could be the last thing humans ever do. And he didn't say it in a doomsday naysayer way wherein he's saying the world is coming to an end. He was just looking at the entire prediction and the possibility of what happens if we create powerful. Now, it's important that we read it in context, and I would like to repeat what he said. Let's look at what he said, and I'm going to read out. Success in creating AI would be the biggest event in the history of our civilization, but it also might be the last, unless we learn how to avoid the risks. Alongside the benefits, AI will also bring dangers like powerful autonomous weapons or new ways for the few to oppress the many. It will bring great disruption to the economy, and in the future, AI could develop a will of its own, will that is in conflict with ours. In short, the rise of the powerful will either be the best thing or the worst thing that has ever happened to human civilization. Now, this is a big thing for a person like Stephen Hawking to say, but let's break it down. Let's analyze to what he said. He said that it could cause great disruption in the economy, and he was right. His prediction was bang on. The way the world has progressed in the age of AI, there are a lot of jobs that are going, but there is a lot of automation happening. ChatGPT, XAI, Grok, Gemini, Claude, all of these agents, all of these AI companies, all of these AI products, they're changing the world. So the economy is disrupted, not in a bad way, but in a good way. It is changing the way humans work. It is changing the way we think. Right now, when you look at the leaders in the world of AI, everyone is speaking about how they are going to change the world, how they're going to make the world a better place. And that could actually be the case. There could be a lot of automation that takes place, and that would mean a lot of human effort, a lot of things that humans would take a lot of time to do in terms of computing, in terms of doing tasks, could actually be done at a much faster pace.
Almost certainly within the next 5 years, any economically valuable job humans can do, AI will be able to do 80% of it. With a few exceptions like heart surgery or brain surgery, but by and large, 80% of all jobs can be done by an AI. And if that's happening in the next 5 years, the world is going to be a very different place. So I see this sort of like invention happening at a frenetic pace that is so large compared to even the dot-com phase when the internet first came. And oh, no question about it. Yeah. So I'd be shocked if it didn't happen by 2060, where we live in a world of abundance. Nobody has to prove they can buy a more expensive car than somebody else. Something fundamental will change. A 5-year-old kid going to kindergarten today is being told by their parents, go to school, study hard, get into a good college, and then you'll get a good job. That won't be the paradigm. So,
Professor Stephen Hawking's speech, and I just chanced upon it a couple of days back, it made me wonder, how will someone who has absolutely no insight into the world of AI will react to the idea of an artificial source of intelligence doing everything? Someone who has no idea about this, because there are billions of people on the planet who still are far away from AI, and because the world is also dealing with a lot of other issues. So how does that synchronize, and how does that sort of pan out when it comes to the global view? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments. Professor Stephen Hawking in 2016 said something that is even more daunting, and it sort of is very stark and has really stayed with me. He said that it could be the last thing humans ever do. Now, can you imagine that? Can you imagine in 10 years from now, 12 years from now, we develop a powerful AI that has a mind of its own? That's like Ultron in the movie Avengers. That's pretty much what we see in sci-fi movies, robots rising to power. I'm not saying any of that crazy thing, but there is discussion about RG, there is discussion about AI developing its own will. And there are a lot of discussions like this happening in the Silicon Valley, where a majority of the advancements in the world of artificial intelligence are happening. So think about this and ask yourself, where are you in this entire debate about AI? Because it's important for you to have this conversation. That's the whole point, right? What's the point, Vikram? The whole point is that you must know that how quickly and how rapidly in the past 15 to 20 years, with the advent of internet technology, sadly, COVID, and now artificial intelligence, the world has progressed so much. It has gone so ahead, so fast, that some of us might feel lost. But you don't need to feel lost, because the physical world remains as is. This is all happening in the world behind the computer screen. It is also happening in the world of software. It is also happening in the world of computing. The physical world remains as is, but you must be aware. You must know about this. It is critical for your own understanding of the world and how the society is going to progress. Because if you're not asking those questions, then maybe you'll not understand the progress that is so rapid. And if you like this video, hit the subscribe button and tell me, what can I think more about and what topics should I explore? Because I want to build an audience that thinks. I want to build a community that thinks, asks questions, tells me, Vikram, you're wrong. We need to look at this in a different way. I'm open to suggestions. So thank you for watching this, and I'll see you in the next video.